Welcome back to Fox 8 News in the morning. Quarantine fatigue has set in for many Americans, and many of us are looking forward to some kind of summer travel. But the question is it safe during the current pandemic? Dr. Frank Esper from Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital joining us now with some precautions that we should take if, in fact, we venture out this summer. Doctor, first of all, good to see you this morning. Thank you very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us this morning. So, okay, right off the bat, is it safe to travel?
You know, that really depends on what you're planning on doing and what your risk is yourself. If you're someone who's at high risk of getting really, really bad and really, really sick, then our recommendations are you should be staying home. For those people who are very healthy and don't live with someone who is at risk, those people could probably expand their bubble a little bit and try to get out a little bit more. Remember, getting out of your house has always been something we've been encouraging. We're just trying to get you out of the house in areas that don't have a lot of people in it. So getting out of the house is fine. Even traveling should be okay with a lot of common sense and a lot of precautions.
All right, let's talk about traveling. Let's talk about getting on an airplane during this pandemic. The do's and don'ts.
Well, again, do is make sure that you really, really need to go on that plane and make sure you really, really need to travel. Obviously, there are reasons that we have to go. If you are going, the best thing to do is certainly to wear your mask. Certainly is to work with the people at the airport, to work with people. There are a lot of new ways that people are traveling now, and all the airports have various changes in the way the people go through to make things safe. All the sanitary conditions are much, much better. But also what we could do is by wearing our mask, washing our hands, and keeping distant is one of the best things that we could do to help ourselves and everyone else around us to prevent getting sick.
All right, what about lodging, doctor? Is it better to stay in a hotel or an Airbnb?
You know, it probably, there's a little bit of a trade-off, all right? The hotel, you're going to have a lot more people in that hotel, coming in and out of doors, coming through hallways, things like that. Certainly, I would encourage people using steps rather than elevators going into a hotel if you can. You're not going to walk up 13 flights of steps. I get that.
Yeah.
But if you can, certainly think about maybe going in on the ground floor, asking for ground floor or low floor rooms. That way you can use the steps. The hotels will be doing a lot of disinfecting. They will be following those types of protocols. You don't know what you're going to get with the Airbnb. So that's a little bit of a trade-off. Certainly at the Airbnb, or if you rent a vacation home, things like that, you will be isolated, and that will reduce your risk.
And you can go in there and wipe down and all that kind of stuff as well, huh?
You want to think about bringing your own wipes to do that own type of disinfectant yourself. Absolutely.
Doctor, what about international travel? Is that good to go yet or not?
Yeah, I would be very, very cautious about that. Not just because of what's the risk by itself, but there's going to be a lot of rules to those other countries for people coming from the United States. You might find yourself in quarantine for those 14 days that you were planning on doing a trip. And when you come back, you might find yourself also in quarantine because we don't know how these things can change on a day-to-day basis. I would absolutely say reduce your international travel as much as possible, only because you don't necessarily know what those rules may be and how that will impede your ability to enjoy your travel, as well as what happens when you come back.
One final question. What about traveling down south to one of the hot spots here in the States?
Yeah, there's a few of those hot spots that we're seeing. And really there's a lot of questions about we're seeing increasing numbers of cases. We're seeing increasing numbers of cases. That's because we're finally really getting more and more capacity to test. So we are finding more and more cases. That's okay. In fact, that's encouraging that we're able to identify cases. The question is, are you seeing more and more hospitalizations? If you're seeing more and more hospitalizations rise in a particular community or in a state, that tells you that the virus itself is surging up. It's also very important, just because you're seeing increasing cases, but even if you're seeing decreasing amounts of hospitalization, you should still know this virus is still out there. Things are a lot better now than where we were a month ago, where we were 2 months ago. But that doesn't mean that we're out of the woods, and that we need to keep common sense when we travel, wearing our mask, washing our hands, doing all that stuff to make sure that we don't get as bad as we were 2 months ago.
Dr. Frank Esper with Cleveland Clinic Children's Hospital, thank you so much for the information and the advice and recommendations. Appreciate you, sir. All right.